Michael is from Cafe Lockdown, and he's had a long-form interview with Reiley, and we'd like them to summarise that and tell us what's going on. And I love your T-shirt. Michael, over to you.
This lovely young man here did what he was told when the government said to save society, protect society, will you take a jab? And he did. But he was injured by the first jab, and what the government did after that was, instead of going, that's okay, you've done what we told you to do, you're injured now, so we're going to take care of you, instead they cast him out. Would that be a fair estimation?
Yeah, that's fairly accurate. I was deemed as quite a burden and a bit of a problem. So I was, and I had to find my own way out of it.
So you had to actually get better by yourself, researching, taking drugs that the government outlawed, because they were the only ones that worked?
Correct, yeah, as fate would have it. One of these so-called worst things you can ever take that deworms horses was one of the biggest pivoting points for me to start getting well.
And the only reason the government outlawed ivermectin and won a Nobel Prize for being so safe, the only reason the government banned it was they couldn't roll out their vaccine if there was an alternative product that could do the job. So they outlawed it and coerced you all into getting jabbed, and then they ignored the injured. What's it like being ignored by your society after you've done what they told you to do?
It's, well, as the saying goes, it's insult to injury. You're getting completely ostracized, you're getting told that you're a conspiracy theorist, you're getting told that you're just being, the system is being utilised to blockade you in any way, shape or form, and your medical documents are always getting fabricated in a way that is making it ambiguous why you're sick, and the jab would have nothing to do with it. So the doctors that do believe you are then getting demonised themselves, and they're trying to help others or even help themselves because they are injured as well. So they're sort of funneled into operating in a certain way and maintaining the safe and effective mantra. It's horrible. It is horrible. I wish it upon no one to go through this experience, because if you're hurt or if you're ill from something that is accepted, at least you can go get help. With this thing, you got nowhere to go to.
So what you really want is just acknowledgement. Like we acknowledge the veterans who went to the previous wars.
Yeah, correct. Just to be acknowledged. I know it's not understood, but just getting acknowledged can get the ball rolling to understand more.
In Gallipoli, Simpson and his donkey, he was actually a nonconformist. Instead of shooting the Turks, he actually got a donkey and started saving them and saving soldiers' lives until he was shut down. Now we've got statues of him in every RSL, most RSLs and the War Museum, because we use him to say, that's us. This is who we are. We're the brave. We're the ones that will go in and help the fallen. And that's who we thought we were. And that's what I'm talking about, identity. This time we didn't. Instead, we're complying with the government in actually making sure your story isn't heard. We don't share it on Facebook. We don't, we're sort of thinking, let's stay silent. But what we're learning after this, after 6 years, is tyranny needs one tool in order to establish itself, and that's compliance. Tyranny loves compliance, and that is why you have a voice. You are given a voice by the gods or the universe, because free speech is a weapon against tyranny. That's why they want you to hand it over. That's why they're talking about hate speech. It's all to try make you silent, and when you're silent, that is when everything goes to hell. And you don't need me to tell you that we're in a shitstorm right now. And a lot of that is to do with compliance. Anything else you want to say, brother?
Yeah, that was great. And it's true. Like, I know those of you who are injured by this or been affected by this, I urge you to come and just say your piece on it, how you have been affected. Because when you do, you actually get a lot of support. So many people come and approach you that you don't even know that will come and support you in some way, shape or form. And the more we do that, the more we're going to be able to get the ball rolling, get those answers. I mean, I'm proof of it, right? I'm not saying I've got all the answers, but I'm like 90% better. I was in bed for 6 months, like housebound, not being able to function, going in and out of psychosis, having these conversations to commit suicide because I felt I was such a burden on the world and I wasn't getting the help. But I urge everyone to start coming out and saying your piece on it. And those people who are still doubting this and thinking it's all just a big theory, a big conspiracy theory and a lot of fun, go and stress test your ideas in the real world and have conversations with people, because you'll work out you actually have more in common than you do with the people at the very top that don't even know you. So I want you to just take whatever you can from that and just think a little bit and be a bit more compassionate to each other. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you, Reiley. Still exercising courage. And Reiley, tell us about your T-shirt. Did you design that, or how did you get with it?
There was a lovely lady who reached out to me on the East Coast who does these for the injured, because she actually saw me speak at one of these rallies.
Okay, can you turn around? Because there's something on the back as well, isn't there? Follow the silenced. What does that mean to you?
It means the people who are censored, the people who are out there saying what has happened to them, the people speaking about reality. They're the people getting silenced.
So it's really a voice for the voiceless. We want to hear what they have to say, because there's a lot of people who have got cognitive dissonance. Even though they've got friends and family who are injured, they actually don't want to know because they might have pressured them to take the jab. Could that be a factor?
100%. I mean, when you're 6 deep in these things and you thought everyone was the right thing to do, one after the other, why would you want to know that they're not? Why would you want to know that these things are causing an increase in all-cause mortality across every single modality of that? That in of itself is just shocking news for people. So cognitive dissonance is just getting weaponized against you. And when you start understanding that you're no better than anyone else in regards with getting that weaponized against you, you can start saying, all right, can I question things? What are the things that I can question, and what are the things that I can't question? So the people that are getting silenced usually are the people saying the truth. And historically, that has been 100% correct. So why would it change now?
I remember when apartheid was happening in South Africa. And then when it changed, nobody could remember being part of it. They said, oh, that wasn't me. So sometimes it's a process where people gradually move from one position to the other. And that's okay. We're not here to point the finger. We just want, it's a start. You're planting a seed by at least listening to those who have been told to sit down and shut up.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, a lot of people who have been affected by the jab or been affected by the lockdowns in some way, or just been affected by what other really bad intervention the government has done, a lot of people have the same things in common. And we're not there to say, hey, look, we're right, you're wrong, because at the end of the day, the results are still the same. There is no benefit for being right or wrong in this situation. And it would be a lot more constructive if the conversations could start happening to fill in each other's blind spots, because there might be things that are getting missed from the position that I hold on stuff as well.
And we need a conversation with that. And that's exactly what we're doing on the streets of Perth. And again, thank you, Reiley, for sharing with us today.